definitely, if you stay till the end, okay, you are going to take away, you will definitely be taking away some of the things, and you will have takeaways. There is no doubt about it. Okay. So let us start. So I'm going to tell what is ICT, some use cases of ICT, and what is information, what is communication, what is technology. So I'm having almost around 175 slides plus, okay? So it's all up to you. And during the process, if anybody has got any doubts, please request everybody to keep it till the end. So let me present for 1 hour 15 minutes. Of course, I'm having a case study also. If you time permits, we can discuss with case study also. So at the end, 10 to 15 minutes, I wanted to keep for discussions. So if anybody is having any doubts or they need clarity, so we can discuss in the remaining 10 to 15 minutes. So these are some of the slides. I'm very fond of using slides and quotes. That's the reason I'm using. How ICT has come into picture. So this is in fact I made on my own only. Yeah, this is very important. ICT, that's information and communication technology, is an extension of information technology that stresses the role of unified communications and integration of telecommunications and computers, as well as necessary enterprise software, middleware, and storage, etc., etc., etc. So in one sentence, you can say that ICT is a part of information technology. Okay, IT. Okay, that is very, very important. It's not different. ICT is a part of IT only. That, if you can remember, it's more than enough. ICT is the infrastructure and components that help to enable modern computing systems. Because why ICT came into picture means in many of the government offices, people are working on systems without knowing what it is. Okay, so my presentation will help them to understand what exactly it is, why they are doing that, and terminology to some extent they can understand. That's another important thing. So ICT can be used in education. It can be used in schools. So ICT labs will be like this. ICT and e-governance system. So after explaining use cases of ICT, I'm going to explain in detail e-governance system in India. Okay, some of the things, particularly for my Karnataka state, I can give. But if you are very much interested, at least I can go through your government web portals and I can prepare for your own state also. That's a different issue. Okay. So now what I thought is, since I'm from Karnataka, I thought let me take up e-governance system in India. That is much better. It's common to everybody. So ICT in teaching and learning is very, very important. Even in research, ICT can be used, and e-learning process is very much required nowadays because everybody is talking about e-learning and online courses, online degrees, everything it's coming up. So it's very much required. So for the teachers, before ICT what it is and after ICT what it is, that is there. Just 1 second. Yeah, you can see. So before it's a transmitter of knowledge, now teacher's role is just as a facilitator. That is very, very important. In fact, if many people have come across of all these things, probably it may be a repetition for them. Please bear with me because I have to tell these things. So previously, before ICT or technology, controller of learning was there, now creator of learning environment. As a facilitator, he has to create learning environment. That is his responsibility. So previously, teachers always be treated as an expert. He is an expert in that domain. That's what the concept is now. It's no more that expert concept is there. It's a collaborator or co-learner is there. Learning to use ICT. Now using ICT to enhance learning. So teachers has to use ICT to enhance learning. Deductive or expository or interactive, experiential and exploratory. So this is very, very important. Now we have to be very interactive and experiential. So we make things work. That is very, very important. So changes in the learner's role, again, from the student's perspective also, previously was a passive learner, now is active learner. The producer of knowledge, so just repeat the knowledge or reproduce it, it's not then. Producer of knowledge, now we want to know more things. So always we say students, come out with creative ideas, some come out with creative things, that's what. So he has to find out what is new. That is very, very important. So a lot of things will go on within the students also. If he's really thinking and working. That's very important. So previously students are dependent on the teachers, now autonomous learner. There are various sources to learn things. Okay, it's not only this thing. So solitary learner, collaborative learner. Collaboration is very, very important. One student cannot achieve anything. It's always a group that matters. Because synergy will be there and they can do wonders. That's all. Solely learning content, now learning to content, okay, to think or create or whatever it is. That's how it is. So in the curriculum also it is changes will be there because you are an independent university. So you have to, if you are incorporating NEP particularly, so you have to adapt all these things. So previously it was memorizing facts. Bloom's taxonomy comes into picture here. First 3 levels we don't concentrate much, to be frank, in case of an university. So you have to concentrate on levels at least starting from 3, 4, 5 in the Bloom's taxonomy. So now it is inquiry-based, authentic learning, open and flexible delivery, multi-path progression. In the open and flexible delivery, I think nowadays in a lot of newspaper, in fact, I'm having some newspaper cuttings also. They say that examination system has to be completely revamped. So they are suggesting open book system. Just last week, there are articles on that. Okay, if you are, I think if you have gone through newspapers, you can understand that. Okay. So this is regarding curricula and medium. Now in the media applications, multisensory simulation, multimedia application, exchange of information and dialogue collaborating is there. So last, I think I can't see this. 1 second, I'll move this to up. It's better. Yeah. So digital resources are there. Previously analog resources were there, now it's digital resources. So now we'll see what is information. Okay, now exactly you are concentrating on information. So data is unorganized facts that need to be processed. So processed data is information. In one sentence, you can say data is there. You process it for your requirement. So requirement may be anything. So each one is having a different requirement. A mall person is required, you process the data with a particular purpose. A theater person will process the data with another requirement. So like that, requirement will keep on changing. So data becomes information depending upon the requirements. Simple word. So processed data, you can remember, it's information. So information results from transforming data by adding context and meaning to make it more useful, more meaningful. That is most important. Or when data is processed, organized, structured, or presented in a given context, so that it makes it useful, it is called information. I think I made it very clear what is information is. So one example also I have taken, this is the data and this is the information. So here there are many sales representatives there. Some data, of course, it's not limited to this. It's a big Excel sheet. Okay, so I have condensed, put it in one slide. So here I have taken the data of Roberta Cross. What are the things he has done and what are the delivery he has made and all those things. So these are the things he has done. So this becomes information, whereas this is data and this becomes information. So that's how it is. It's classified. So information is the data processed from some purpose. Information can only be considered to be real if it meets certain criteria. That is, it has got some particular characters or attributes. Okay, it must be in a communicated form. Okay, so it can transfer from one place to other place. That is very, very important. It must be in a language that should be understood by all. Okay, it must be in a suitable form where you can do some manipulations, additions, or deletions, or whatever it is. This is where Excel sheet comes into picture. It must be relevant for achieving some purpose, because I told you very, very clearly, when you have got data with a particular purpose only, you are making it into information. The purpose or that requirement, it should serve. That is very, very important. So characteristics of information. What are the attributes of information? Accuracy, timeliness. See, this timeliness is very important. Whatever the data you are having in November 2013, it may be different from December 2013. 1 month difference, lot of data, because nowadays the concept is every day, every moment. So trillions of data has been, data bits have been added in every domain. So huge amount of data is there nowadays. Only thing is, it's again data analysis and data analytics that comes into picture. You have to process that. How we are going to process that matters. Accessibility should be in an accessible form, engagement, application. So application, I said information, data will be converted into information based on some requirement or application. Completeness, it should not be off. It should give complete meaning. That is very, very important. Otherwise, we cannot treat it as information. Consistency is very important. Rarity. This is where a data science engineer or data analytics engineer comes into picture. They have to identify what is hidden in the data. So that should be rarity. It should be different, where somebody else should not find out. This is where the skill set of data engineer comes into picture. Okay. Accuracy, of course, very, very important. It's repeated, sorry. Reliability. It should not be fake. I'm sorry, I'm not well today, but since I've committed, I'm giving my presentation. So this is about information. I hope I made it very clear what this information is. Next, communication. It takes more time for me. Communication is a process that involves sending and receiving messages through a verbal and non-verbal methods, both the ways. That is called the communication. Communication is a two-way means of communicating information in the form of thoughts, opinions, and ideas between two or more individuals with the purpose of building and understanding. But delivering messages clearly, there is no room for misunderstanding or alteration of messages, which decreases the potential for conflict. So whenever there is a communication is there, means conflict should be minimum, should not be there. That is what the meaning of communication. So types of communication technologies: satellite communication, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee. Satellite communication, nowadays everybody knows about why it is, because Elon Musk is providing communication channels through satellite. So they are a bit expensive, but more reliable. What do you call, it's okay in all aspects, no negatives in that. Okay. 24/7 it will be there. 24/7 with 365 days it will be there. No power failure or this, that server is with, no, nothing like that. Everything will be intact. Okay. So some of the things we'll go through and we see what it is. Satellite communication is one of the wireless technologies widely spread all over the world, allow users to stay connected virtually anywhere on the earth. That is very, very important. Communicates directly with the orbiting satellites via radio signals, have high range and more expensive in terms of cost. I told you it's expensive. Allows multiple users to share the same broadcast equipment. So same data can be accessed by multiple users. That is very important. That is one of the advantage in satellite communications. Connect multiple computers, systems, and devices together without requiring wires or cables. So everything is wireless. A wireless local area network. That means no limitation of connecting number of systems in satellite communication. That is one word or in consolidated this thing you can say. Because here sometimes even in scenes, even our colleges, or many of the colleges, if all the systems is switched on, the speed drastically comes down. But we are experiencing it because in the colleges, certain colleges, they will having 100 Mbps, not even 100 Mbps, they will have 20 Mbps or 40 Mbps, and they'll run all the labs. So during that time, all the systems are using and everybody started using internet, then speed will comes down like anything. Whereas in satellite communication, that is not the case. Okay. This is practically I'm telling you because I've seen many colleges when I've gone on visits. Okay, that's the reason. A wireless local area network or a WL comes into under Wi-Fi. So next is WiMAX, worldwide interoperability for micro access, allows data to be transferred at the rate of 30 to 40 megabits per second. It's an IEEE standard used by several mobile carriers, notably Sprint, to deliver wireless data on its customers. Sprint, along the many of other carriers, has switched over to using faster LTE 4G network. It's like this. It is again one of the standard we're using. Microwave. Microwave is an effective type of wireless data communication. Transfers information using two separate methods, satellite method and terrestrial method. Satellite method we have seen. What is terrestrial method is face-to-face communication without in between, no hurdle should be there. So direct receiver and sender should face-to-face. So that we call it as terrestrial method in simple language. So Wi-Fi is radio ways to allow two devices to communicate with one another. Most commonly used to connect internet routers to devices or computers, tablets. Okay, Wi-Fi is local network and this thing. Wi-Fi can utilize both global 2.4G and UHF and 5G SHF ISM radio bands. Okay. So wireless phones. So cellular and cordless phones. 1 second. Can I minimize this? Let's see. Yeah. So cordless phones have a limited range, but cell phones typically have a much more larger range. Cell phones has a large telecommunication towers to provide cell phone coverage. Some phones make use of signals from satellites to communicate, similar to global GPS systems. Infrared IR, I think this you have seen in this thing, as who are using TVs, remotes, work on infrared. Infrared is a media transmission system that transmits data signals through light emitting diodes or lasers. The information cannot be traveled through obstacles or infrared system. One point-to-point system in which transmission is possible between 2 points limited in a range of line of sight. Line of sight is how far we can see, probably some meters. That's do not go beyond that. The signal that operates is 100 gigahertz to 1000 terahertz, and speed ranges from 100 kbps to 16 kbps. Two broadcast systems were effective mirror transmit unit amplifies and retransmits data signal into several other units. So Bluetooth is very, very important because everybody is using mobiles, and you are fond of using Bluetooth whenever the nearby systems are like this, headphones, or whatever it is. So previously Bluetooth was used, but nowadays, since many systems are used tuned to this, it is there. But technologically, after this, this one more technology has come after this. So nowadays, that is much more power efficient and it transmits more data. So this is one of the wireless communication technology used in small devices that connect to user phones and tablets, speakers, etc. So BL uses low power than standard Bluetooth. So used in hardware such as fitness trackers, smartwatches, and other connected devices in order to transmit data wirelessly. So what are some of the characteristics? So Bluetooth technology uses radio waves to communicate between the devices. Most of these radio waves have a range of 15 to 50 feet. Even that 50 feet, it will not work most of the times. Probably 15 to 20 feet, it's the maximum range. According to the official Bluetooth website, Bluetooth uses low power signal with a maximum range of 50 feet, sufficient speed. Okay. The pairing process identifies and connects any two devices to each other. It also so Zigbee is much better than Bluetooth. That's what I said, because nowadays technologically this is much better and it transmits at a faster rate. Even obstacles are there beyond the line of sight, also it can work. That's what people say. And range is also very good in this. Zigbee protocol offers 128 bit with encryption. It is there. This technology allows low latency and low duty cycle, allowing products to maximize battery life. Low latency is very, very important because low latency means that faster rate it transmits the data. This technology is inexpensive to run and does not require a lot of power, making it an ideal solution for many industrial applications. So it's an open global standard and is designed specifically to be used in machine-to-machine networks. So what are the characteristics of Zigbee? Zigbee devices are designed for low power consumption. Zigbee is used for commercial applications like sensing and monitoring applications. Zigbee uses very low power and extremely long device battery life. Zigbee gives flexibility to do more with reliable wireless performance and battery operations. The next is advantages of wireless communications. Any information can be conveyed or transmitted quickly with high data speeds. The internet can be accessed from anywhere at any time without the need of carrying cables or wires. That is very, very important. Without the need of wires or cables, you can transmit data from anywhere, from one point to another point. Especially helpful for doctors, workers, and other professionals working in remote areas, as they can be in touch with medical centers through wireless communication. It is having a lot of advantages in the health sector. Emergency situations can be altered through wireless communication by alerts. Wireless networks cost less for installation. Cost of installation of wireless devices is very less. Disadvantage. This is one thing. Nowadays, you can see how many crime this thing is. Cyber crimes are happening nowadays, even in 22, in Ayodhya, whatever it's happening. For that also, lots of cyber things are happening. But whenever there's a wireless is there, you have to live with that. A hacker can easily capture the wireless signal that spread through the air. It is very important to secure the wireless network so that The information cannot be exploited by unauthorized users, and this also increases the risk of losing data or information. This is very, very risky. It's not small amount of risk, because if you install that, your bank account becomes nil. That's nowadays the situation is. So now we'll see evolution of mobile communication. When you're talking about so much about communications, you should know about the version of mobile communications. I think this will give you the different, because nowadays we are in 4G and some people will talk about 5G also, what it is and how it is. You can see that. These are self-explanatory slides. So 1G. So first generation developed in 1980s and completed in the early 1980s, based on the analog system, speed up to 2.4 kbps. Advanced mobile phone system was launched by the US. It was the 1G mobile system. Allows user to make voice calls in the country. These are the features of the 1G system. So 2G developed in late 1980s and completed in 1990s, based on digital system, speed up to 64 kbps. You can see the difference here. It's 2.4 kbps. It directly comes to 64 kbps. Service are digital voice and SMS with more clarity, semi-global facility. 2G are the handset we are using today. The 2.5G having more flexibilities. 3, developed between 1990s and early 2000 until present day, transmission speed is 125 kbps and 2. Near till nowadays also people talk about 3G. You can see that those who are having Airtel connections. So superior voice quality, good clarity in video conference, email, video, information surfing, online shopping, banking, games, etc. Global roaming. And 4G developed in 2010, faster and more reliable, speed up to 100 Mbps. So from 64 it has gone up to 100 Mbps. High performance, easy roaming, low cost. Cost also has gone. 5G, next major phase of mobile telecommunication in wireless system, 10 times more capacity than others. Expected speed up to 1 Gbps, 1 gigabits per second, more faster and reliable than 4G, lower cost than previous generation. So here, hardware of 5G uses ultra-wideband networks with higher bandwidth at low energy levels. See, here there are concepts how 5G can be implemented. There are, service providers nowadays, they are making use of the hardware of 4G, and through that only they are implementing 5G. It is not that much effective. But you may feel some of the parameters, it's not all. But real effective, if you want to use the real parameter, usage of, real feeling of 5G means you have to have separate networks. 4G should be different and 5G should be different. But many of the countries, it's not happening. Everybody is, because of cost, that's all, it's simple. So everybody making use of 4G network hardware, and they are implementing some of the modifications, what exactly is required, and they are implementing 5G parameters. That's what is happening as of now. But we have to wait and see how it is going to change. Bandwidth is of 4000 Mbps, which is 400 times faster than today's wireless networks. Uses a smart antenna, uses CDMA, that is very important. Code user multiplex access. Software 5G will be a single unified standard of different wireless networks, including LAN technology, LAN-WAN, or whatever it is. Software defined radio encryption, flexibility, and antivirus, everything it supports. So data bandwidth of 1 Gbps or higher, globally accessible, dynamic information access available at low cost. In the 5G, if it implements and if everybody start using it, the cost comes down like anything. So some of the use cases of 5G, if exactly 5G implements means where you can use it. 360-degree video or 3D or HD virtual reality. Virtual reality, you can use it. Fixed wireless access, remote surgery, in health segment, it has got more applications. Industrial robot, collaborative robots, humanoid service therapeutic robots, autonomous vehicles. This is very, very important, because why in autonomous vehicle we are using 5G means delay. Okay, that delay is minimized. That is very, very important. It's very faster. That's the reason. Very high speed drive, drones and UAV, unmanned aerial vehicles, smart city, smart grid, holograms, satellites, 5G use cases consolidated. Also, all those slides information has been consolidated into one. Here human to human comes into picture, here human to machine comes into picture, here machine to machine comes into picture. So one simple example I just have given how we can see that it's much faster, how much faster it is. So network 3G, 4G, 5G, how long would it take to download the 2-hour-long Guardians of the Galaxy? Here is 26 hours, here is 6 minutes, is 3.6 seconds. You can see the speed from 3G to 5G. What you could do while waiting? Fly from New York to Sydney, 26 hours, including choking times. Run for a quick mile, catch up on the Facebook, ask, is it downloaded yet? So that's how it is. So target, see this is what I said, 4G to 5G, how it has been implemented. So 4G, 5G is 5G ready, you can use it. 4G networks, they are coming here, they are implementing this. So we have seen what is information, we have seen what is communication. Now we'll see what is technology. So technology, I'm starting from very basics. What is computer? Okay, because many in the government offices, especially I've seen in Karnataka, very senior people, they start using computers without knowing what's a computer, how to use it, and all this. They are very reluctant to use computers. I don't know why. Because they are not used to it. That's the only reason, not with any other reason. So at that age, if they want to learn something, for anybody it becomes very difficult. So that's how it is. So a computer is a programmable electronic device designed to accept data, perform prescribed mathematical and logical operations at high speed, and display the results of these operations. The computer is one type machine manage different kinds of programs to perform useful tasks to the users. The computer will have hardware, software, that's operating system, and software applications. This is system software, hardware, system software, software applications. So instead of system software, the more easily understood is operating system. So even in computers also you have different generations like communication 1G to 5G. You can see first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation, what it is going on. Now first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, now it's fifth generation. So very good images. So you can see that. Because once I get a topic means usually my first job is to search images related to the topic. I put them in the folder as and when I get the data related to that, I'll match and I'll synchronize both. So types of computer, analog computer, digital computer, and hybrid computer. There are many different versions once you say it. Otherwise, you can say microcomputer, supercomputer, mini computer, mainframe computer. So many answers are there. It's not the only one method of classification or one method of explaining how many types of computers are there. It all depends on the requirement. Supercomputer and mainframe computer. You can see the difference. This is very, very important. Only two places we are having supercomputers. One place, as of now, I know, is Baba Research Institute, BARC. You can see there we are having supercomputers. And another one, people say in IAC we are having, I'm not sure about it, but in NASA we are mainframe computers. So how do you differentiate between supercomputer and mainframe computer? Mainframe computers are always available with a terminal. Supercomputers never, they are having terminals somewhere at a long distance. So mainframe systems are there at somewhere and they are maintaining that. So terminals will be connected through wireless. Of course, the speed is very, 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 it's not imaginable. So again, explanation, desktop and personal computer, workstation and laptop. So some of the components of computer is motherboard, power supply, CPU, central processing unit, random access memory, hard disk drive, solid disk drive, video card, optical drives, input-output devices. In another way, once you call it as a computer, you should have a monitor, you should have a CPU, you should have a keyboard, you should have a speaker, you should have a printer. So all these things will form a complete computer. Otherwise, see, most of the times what happens, I've seen government offices, they are having around 8 systems and only one printer which is connected through LAN. Sometimes it works, sometimes it will not work. So these are the problems present. So that's the reason I said you should have a little bit understanding about all the parts, then you can this. So this is very important because nowadays, see, you're all using memory. Sorry, you're all using mobiles. So the mobile, costliest one you'll have defined based on the memory of how many SRAMs you're having, DRAMs you're having, this primary memory. So static RAM and dynamic RAM random range, okay, and random read-only memory or programmable read-only memory, erasable programmable read-only, radically erasable programmable memory. So these are the memories. It all your cost of the mobile depends on how much memory it is having. If you are having more memory, the speed of the operation will increase. That's how it's directly related. If you want less speed, you can go for less memory. If you want more speed, you have to go for higher speed, higher memory. The logic is very simple. So complete system, the parts wise, you can see hardware, CPU, mother. Software, system software, application software, OS. These are different OSs. So in the types of software, system software is there, programming software is there, application software is there, driver software. Driver software is in printers. Nowadays it is not required. Printers will run. The moment you connect your printer to the system, printer will install the thing. So that's how it has been done. Technology advancement is there and it's going on. So worldwide usages, as of November 2023, Android is 38.33, Windows 30, operating system, yes. Windows 30.61%, iOS 16.5%, OS X 9.35%, Chrome OS is 0.64%. So in the desktop computers, Windows 64.27, iMac 20.08, iOS 2.3, Android is 1.9. Just give an idea which OS is popular. Okay, familiar. That's the reason it gives them how much it is. So now the very important topic that comes into picture is networking. Interconnected network components enable network operations, management, and communication between internal and external systems. The network consists of internet connectivity, network enablement, firewalls, and security, as well as hardware like routers, switches, and cables. So these are very, very important as far as networking is concerned. The network part includes all the hardware and software elements. So when you are having these things, routers, switches, you need software also to run these things. And how we are going to synchronize with your system, how we are going to configure them in your system, that matters. Okay. The network part includes hardware and software elements necessary to ensure network enablement, internet connectivity, and firewall security. It ensures that personnel get access to store and transfer data only from strictly controlled access points to reduce the risk of data theft or damage. So some of the terminals, these are very important. Router, switch. So first switch operates at different levels because network is on 1 to 7 levels. So switch operates at level 1, router operates at level 2 or layer 2. But nowadays, because of the advancement of the technology, there is no distinction between switch and router. So much technology is advanced. So we don't find nowadays we are using the switches, we say router. Even in every house, you can see we'll have a router. So what is internet? It is the largest network in the world that connects hundreds or thousands of individual networks all over. So connection of one network to other network. How we are going to connect? What is the means of connection? That itself is internet. The popular term of the internet is the information. The name for technology name is internet, information. Rather than moving through geographical speed, it moves your ideas and information through cyberspace. This space is electronic movement of ideas and information. No one owns it. Okay, no proprietary this thing is there. To access the internet on existing network, need to pay a small registration fees and agree to certain standards. The internet was created by ARPA, that is Advanced Research Project Agency, and the US Department of Defense for scientific and medical operations. So schematically or diagrammatically, how we can represent internet is like this. Throughout the world, you can see. Suppose if you are sending some information to this person, how the information travels across different routers, which is whatever it is, travels from one state to other state or from one country to other country, whatever it is. The internet uses high-speed data lines called backbones. So high-speed data links are called backbones to carry data. Smaller networks connect to this backbone, enabling the user on the network to exchange data with any other person. So this is a backbone, how local networks will be connected. So we, at least I believe we understood what is internet. So where it can be used. It can be used for online communication or online teaching also, software sharing, exchange of views on topics of interest, positioning of information, product promotion, feedback about products, customer support services, online journals and magazines. So what are the advantages and disadvantages? Communication, research, education, financial transactions for updates, theft of personal information, spamming, malware threats, social isolation, obesity, and depression. So these are some of the areas where you can use internet and you can get some benefits. How to access internet? Many schools and businesses have direct access to internet using special high-speed communication license and equipments. Okay. Students and employees can access through organized local area networks. Of course, you know the answer for all these things, but just like that I'm putting. Another way to access the internet is through internet service provider or Airtel, Vodafone, Jio, something like that. Each organization pays for its own networks and its own telephone bills, but this usually costs less, is independent of the internet. The original internet company is out and forward all traffic, and the cost is still only that of a local telephone bill. The cost of transmitting information from one point to other place is very, very less. That's what this is. So these internet domains you should very much important. Some of the generic top level domains are, you should know, you are knowing that .com, that is commercial, .net, network oriented, .org, non-profit organization. If it is an accredited education institute, you will get .edu, government.gov, international treaties.ilt, militaries.nl. This is just an information I'm giving because we are used to edu and .com, but other things are also there. It provides certain information. Major features is World Wide Web, email, news, telnet, file transfer protocol, and browser. So internet will provide all these characters. Examples of browsers are Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla, Firefox. So internet years in Jan 2023. These are latest I can get in the when you browse it. So it keeps on every day. They are going to update one after the other. So China stands first, and India is in the second place where usage of internet is concerned. Internet access by individual. So 2010 to 2023, almost more than 10 times it has been increased. So when you talk about speed and all those things, always we say megabits per second. Okay, what is this exactly? What is bit and all those things? So bit is 1 bit or 1/8 of this thing. So it's okay, that's what it is. This just for the understanding. I told you my presentation is particularly for non-IT engineers. Firewalls, see nowadays because of cyber crimes, everybody is
Hello, Suresha sir. Hello, Suresha sir.
Sir,
Sir, I
you
think,
have to make me a host.
sir, I have make you the co-host, sir. You can just share, sir.
Sir, I'm getting an error, sir. That's what again I will try.
Sir, now please check. Yeah, sir. Now it is visible, sir. Just share your PowerPoint, sir.
Sir, is it visible?
Yeah, sir. It is visible. Please make it in the PowerPoint mode. Then we'll
Yeah,
start.
yeah, I will do it.
Thank you, sir.
Now, sir,
Yes, sir.
is it
Now it
visible
is
now?
clear, sir. Yes, sir. Now it
Yeah,
is clear, sir.
thank you. So firewalls are the security devices. So you can control it through set of rules or rules that is required by your own requirement. How you want to control the traffic, to outward traffic and inward traffic and all those things. So any university or any institute, you should have firewalls because otherwise it leads to a lot of complications. So you can use it. Server is nowadays, even common army people say that, sir, server is very busy. There's a common problem whenever you're talking about online transactions. So server is an high-end device which can store information. So multiple devices can access the server at single point of time or at any instant point of time. So this is one the common meaning of servers. So here there are different types of servers. A network server is there, file server is there, directory server is there, web servers is there. So just for your information, I'm giving this. So physical plant, server rooms, and data center, because in any government office you need all these things because the physical plant is all the network cabling and your office server room. Because the office in which you are located, there you should have this type of cabling. These things you should have it. And data center, it all depends on how much data you are going to accumulate in due course of time. Depending upon that, you have to plan for something. Then you can go for server. That itself will become data center. People, everybody cannot use computers and everybody cannot access servers and everybody cannot retrieve data if you want, whatever it is. So there are people who have got training in those things. Those people we call it a system administrator. And they should have knowledge of all these things, knowledge of ICT, in fact, and they can use it. So this I told you, firewall is one of the way of providing IT security. There are many other ways. So in IC security switch level, so when you talk in technology level, system, computer level, you can provide, or connected devices, switch level, you can do network security, application level, cloud security level. So different stages you can provide security to safeguard your data. So I hope I've given some information about ICT, okay? Even for a common man, they can understand what is information because everybody is familiar with that without knowing what it is. Now they understood. So now one of the application of ICT as far as the government of India is concerned is e-governance. Okay. This is where digital India will talk about and all those things. Okay. So I'm going to talk about e-governance, also known as electronic governance. A long way since independence, green revolution has happened, industrial revolution has happened, economic liberalization has happened, high growth phase, of course, started from 1947. So digital revolution in 2010 and digital India in 2020. So digital India, e-governance, government to business, e-trade, e-BPCL, electronic procurement, everything. Nowadays you find out the domain, we are using e-governance. There is no doubt about it. Scope for e-governance, labor. Investor needs total 16 clearings and takes multiple visits to several departments to get the clearances that to after 7 months or so. So here, why it is that single window clearance we are going to provide, because some of the governments investor friendly, they say that you give an application to start an industry and ours is a single window and we'll provide you the clearance to start an industry using e-governance. Okay, so these are the various requirements or permissions are required to start an industry. So an investor can apply at one window or one place and can get clearance all the things as early as possible. But previously, in a manual, when it was doing it, it used to take minimum 7 months. Now it's not like that. There are instances within a week they are going to provide clearances. This is where e-governance comes into picture. So it is good governance, it's accountable. Accountability is there very much. Transparent, responsive, equitable and inclusive, effective and efficient, follow the rule of law, participatory, consensus oriented. Here, participatory is very important. People from both the sides are participating in this. It's not only when you apply to start an industry or something like that, when you got some problems. You take, nowadays, you see, simple example, I will tell you one thing. To update your passbook, okay, nowadays we are not going to bank, okay, in the online we are getting. Suppose if there is an error, if you are not getting immediately, what you will do? You will raise the query through the concerned mail or something like that, or you will call them. Immediately they will come back and they will fulfill your requirement. So that's the advantage of e-governance. Hardly you can see people are going to banks nowadays. Why? Because of e-governance. Best example for that. So examples here, some of the things. So here you can see Digital India Initiative, National Portal of India, Prime Minister of India Portal, Aadhaar filing and payment tax list, digital management list, common entrance test and digital locker is all India level. The CET for Karnataka. These things are in Karnataka, they are available. Okay. So that's why I've given that, just for your reference. So what is the need for e-governance? It ensures citizen participation at all levels of governance. So when you want to introduce a particular software in e-governance, there are different levels over there. At each level, they will take feedback from common man, they will incorporate their suggestions. So indirectly, they are participating in the formation or development of software. That is very important. It ensures citizen participation at all governments. It leads to automated services so that all works of public welfare is available to all citizens. This is very important. It revolutionizes the functions of government and ensures transparency. Transparency is maintained wherever there is e-governance there. It provides better services to citizens and brings government close to public. Government is coming to the doors of public. So in the e-governance, very important things are e-citizen, e-business, e-employees, and e-government. These are the 4 bifurcations they have. So the promote e-governance for empowering citizens, promoting the inclusive and sustainable growth of the electronics, IT and IT industries, enabling India's role of internet governance, adopting a multi-pronged approach that includes development of human resources, promoting R&D and innovation, and enhancing the efficiency. That is very important. So this inclusive is very important. People from all sectors have been included in this. There is no differentiation between one sector to other sector, or one group to other group. And all groups are coming, all industry groups are coming, all requirement, whatever it is there. It all depends on the application. The 2 main objectives of e-governance is to restore democracy, is true meaning of which, with the help of improvisation and participation of the citizen in the governing process by giving feedback and access of information. Overall participation of the citizen in the decision making. The goal of government to citizen, G2C, is e-governance is to offer a variety of ICT services to citizens in an efficient and economical manner and strengthen the relationship between the government and citizens using technology. Again, it should be very economical. It should not be expensive. When you are giving an ICT services, if it's too high, nobody will use it. It should be an affordable prices. And second thing is, most of the times it should be at free of cost. You can't charge anything for that. So here we are going to see what is the difference between e-government and e-governance. That is very important. So we'll see some of the definitions. E-government refers to the use of government agencies of information technology such as wide area networks, internet, mobile computing, and that have ability to transfer relations with citizens, business, and other arms of government. This is how the World Bank has given the definition of e-government. So working group on e-government in developing world, what is the definition there? So e-government is the use of ICT to promote more efficient and effective government, facilitate more accessible government services and greater public access to information, and make government more accountable to citizens. This is very important. You should make government as the responsible for all the things. Then only things will improve. Otherwise, for that, how we can do? you can think about ICT. That is when terms of government you concern, what feedback is going to get, it's going to modify everything. So citizens with interest, they have to participate in all these things. E-government refers to the use of government agencies of information technologies that have the ability to transform relations. So same thing. So this is what National E-Government Plan in India, they have given the definition with a little bit modifications. The resulting benefits can be less corruption, increased transparency, greater convenience and revenue. This is very, very important. M-government refers to the use of wireless technologies like cellular, mobile phones, laptops, and PDS for offering and delivering government service. M-government is not a substitute for e-government. Rather than it complements it. It adds to e-government. So e-governance. E-governance is generally understood as the use of information technology at all levels of the government in order to provide services to the citizens, interaction and business enterprises, and communication and exchange of information between the different agencies of the government in speedy and convenient, efficient, and transparent manner. See, in one word, you can say what I feel is, if you don't mind, I will take your own university as the thing. Okay? E-government is your vice chancellor. He gives implementation of certain things. So all other peoples apart from vice chancellor, probably pro-VC, their heads of the department, directors and other things, they will become ICT to implement that in simple terminology. But you cannot differentiate these two. They have to go together. It's very difficult to differentiate between e-governance and e-government. E-government is a deciding authority. Through that, whatever decision is there, that can be implemented through e-governance. For implementation of things, you need ICT. I hope I'm making it very clear. Dr. Abdul Kalam has visualized e-governance as Indian condition, a transparent, smart e-governance with seamless access, secure, authentic flow of information crossing interdepartmental barrier and providing a fair of unbiased service to the citizens. Because here, why is considering an interdepartmental barrier in over in India? That's a concept that so whenever a common man go to one revenue department, simple example, say he goes to revenue department, he files a complaint. Those people say it's not concerned to my department, you go to some other department. So that should not be the case. You have the office people, they have to approach other department and solve their problems. Why he has to go to different departments? So this is the advantage of e-governance. Subhash Bhatnagar is a pioneer in implementing ICT in India. E-governance is the use of information communication technology by the government, civil society, and political institutions to engage citizens through dialogue and feedback to promote their greater participation in the process of governance of these institutions. One more definition, just processing information and communication technology tools is not enough. It may make use of your life more complex unless you are clear about why, when, where, and how to use these powers to get what we want in a simplified way. So this is the best example of ICT. So what is the e-governance? Just 1 second, please. E-governance is the application of information technology to the processing of government function to bring smart, moral, accountable, responsive, and transparent governance. So difference between e-government and e-governance. Although the two terms are often interchangeably used, there is the difference between e-governance and e-government. So this paragraph you have to understand very easily. The perspective of e-governance is the use of technologies that both help to govern and to be governed. Very important. So you have to control how you are going to control, how you are helping people. The central goal of e-governance is to reach the beneficiary to ensure that their service needs to be met. Ideally, the government will automatically recognize the importance of achieving this goal in order to maximize the efficiency. Efficiency and cost is very, very important. E-governance is a part of government. E-governance never comes alone. E-governance is dealing with all the regulations and policies to control services, provided by the e-government. However, e-government is an electronic government which should be regulated by e-governments. E-government is a system, whereas e-governance is a functionality. Exactly correct. It's a system government. The same. So e-government is one-way protocol, but e-governance is a two-way protocol. Why we need e-governance? E-government can transform citizen service, provide access to information to empower citizens, enable their participation in government, and enhance citizen economic and social opportunities so that they can make better lives for next generation. So, importance of e-governance: building strong and effective information chain to bridge the gap between India and developed countries, effective utilization of resources, reduction in delays, red tape, and corruption. So, this is what happens in e-governance. So, implementation of e-governance: first it stands Sweden, Denmark, Norway, United States, and Netherlands. Of course, this are taken in the last year, and this year I could not get this information. That's why I'm not updated. So my habit is, whatever the feedback I'm going to get in today's session, immediately I'll implement on my presentation, so that next, whenever I'm going to use, it should be updated. It's not the same presentation I'm going to give. For four pillars of e-governance is process, people, technology, and resources. Very, very important. So what is the process? Well-defined and well-managed process of e-governance is very, very important. It includes apps like UMANG. I think this is central government, this thing, unified mobile application for new age governance. It's there in the central government. So you can go through. It's applicable in 13 Indian languages. To strengthen the second pillar of governance, factors like digital literacy, affordability, accessibility are very important. And the front of digital literacy, such as digital literacy campaigns are started by using this thing. And people with knowledge of ICT are very much required. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult to implement ICT policies. Technology. For a successful state-of-art technology and prerequisite, India is one of the technological hubs in the world, but also one of the most vulnerable countries in the cyberspace. We need continuous and most modern technologies in the product pillar. For technological support, we can benefit from the private sector expertise such as Google and feedback with precautions. See, as far as technology is concerned, I'll tell you one of my interactions with government officials here in Karnataka. What happens? Suppose a particular government office is there, so government asks them to submit the implementation of a particular application using ICT. So assume that they have submitted the application in 2018, and during that 2018, they have taken the best technologies and they have submitted the request or support, what do you call it, prepare the report and submit it. By the time they get the approval, it becomes 2020. In 2021, what happens is technologies are updated and many new technologies are coming with less cost and better performance. Now you tell me what they have to do. Because once they submit the requirement in the form of a report, they are supposed to implement the same thing. But the government has taken 3 years for the implementation, give the approval. In the 3 years, many things have happened. So during this time, what has to be done? This is the ambiguity many of the government organizations are facing. They don't get immediate approvals, so delay is there. And if anybody takes particular interest in doing that, you will be caught. Resources. For successful e-government, resources fourth pillar, and strength of this pillar is determined by factors such as infrastructure, electricity, knowledge, resources, IT policies, and institutions that are working on governance. Most of the places, electricity is the main problem. When you go to interiors, 4 to 5 hours electricity will be there. How can you implement Digital India or some programs or ICT programs, online thing? This is very, very difficult as far as now is concerned. But people say the power situation is improving, but we have to wait and see. So there are problems related to policies. We are yet to frame our data protection policy. Data protection policy here in India still it is not done. They have to do it. So people, process, technology, how it has been related, what is the responsibility? E-governance is a journey and not a destination. Major tax simplification and speed. Two main goals. Process of integration is electronic back office, including private and civil servants. Harmony of these services. Factors contributing to the success of e-governance. External factors, socio-economic factors of local citizen bodies such as education, wealth, and technology access. Environmental factors are also very, very important. Internal factors or political factors are very, very important. They are the one which is going to decide the implementation of e-governance or not. Financial resource and GDP is very important because it's huge cost is involved for implementing anything. So government is ready for that. So institutional factors, regional competitiveness and vibrant democracy. Everybody should take it in a sporty manner and they have to implement it. There should be a support from people also. That's very, very important. Components of e-governance, technological component, social component, cultural component, political component, psychological component, service component. See, imagine for a government office, if they want to submit the implementation of e-governance project for a particular application, they have to consider all these things. It takes huge time to prepare the requirement. So various stakeholders in e-governance, government to citizen, citizen to government, government to business, business to government, government to government, government to employees. So these are the 4 stages that are there. Now you have to see all those things. So I think I will make it very fast. This is G to G, G to C, because I don't have time, G to B. See, these are benefits through how it has been increased after implementation of e-governance. G2E employees, particularly government employees, how they have got benefit after the implementation of e-governance. Service delivery, maturity model, intervention of strategies of governance, e-governance project lifestyle. This is very important. Different strategies, different levels. E-governance strategy development, current state assessment, future state definition, implementation approach, development and implementing IT system, operate and sustain. Very important. So same thing, what are the roles and responsibilities for each stage are given. So different stages of e-governance, simple information dissemination, two-way communication, service and financial transactions, integration, political participation. So when you are implementing what, how, when, who, with what, how far we have gone, all these things with these definitions, with details, vision and objectives, strategic planning and implementation you have to do. So limitations of e-governance, budget is very main important. Poor IT literacy, we don't get for good manpower. Lack of electricity in rural areas, I said it's very important. The major thing is corruption at all levels. You can't fulfill that. Privacy problems. Because of these two, many of the places can't implement e-governance. Government agencies do not always engage citizens in the development of their e-government services or accept feedback, because many of the government agencies, they don't accept people's feedback in while implementation, because it's very difficult to, if they consider a complete feedback, it becomes very difficult to implement. So improvement advantages, improved efficiency, cost reduction savings, time savings, better communication, online access service, transparency and less bureaucracy, simplicity, efficiency and accountability. So another minimum use of hard copy, you can save paper, increases interest in the citizens, easily accessible. Because of this, people will develop interest in making use of this. Same thing in a diagram I'm given. Disadvantage, a lot of equality in public access to the internet. This is very, very important. There's so many other people, because in certain cases, people with political background, they'll come and get their things done without waiting in the queue. Whereas that, if you implement e-government, that is not possible. Lack of trust in cybercrime, hyper surveillance, false sense of transparency and accountability in cluster infrastructure. So these are the disadvantages. So these are the challenges that will be there. So some challenges specific to India, lack of integrated service, coordination from one department to other department is not there, lack of communication between different departments, lack of key persons who can take the lead is not available, population, establishing personal identities, different languages, according to an officer from many success factors of e-government projects is, this is the thing, 10% in technology, 60% in process, 20% in change management. So e-governance is only seen as a key element in country's governance. Government of India aspires to provide government that is easily understood by countries. See, in spite of all this, Government of India is implementing some of the things, but it should increase. So areas, 3 broad areas, governance, public services and management. And this is some of the services in Karnataka, you can see. So this is there in India, all India level, Aadhaar, mobile safe, digital labor. See, this is very important. Success rate of complete e-governance is just 15%. Partial failure is 60%. Total failure is 25%. Just imagine how much money we are wasting, government is wasting. Sometimes if it tries to implement e-governance. Same thing through a graph. So these are the things that are working now, even now. Parameters to be considered before guide, e-governance, readiness, investment, internet connectivity, government universal budget and e-budget atmosphere. Start with simple approach, involve top leadership, awareness to the public, encourage and support consistent implementation, major assessment, ensure security, encourage all these parameters you have to take. So designing, you have to consider all these things. So roles of the department, each department is having their own responsibility. So based on that, we can see that. So there's a graph, you can see that. So it's a risk profile. Strategies of implementation of e-governance. So role of ICT in emerging trends, cloud computing, mobile apps, big data analytics, automation, artificial intelligence, smart technology, virtual reality, augmented reality, 3D printing, and robotics. So where you can do this, state data centers, statewide area networks, common service centers, middleware gates, there is national e-governance service delivery gateways, state e-governance service delivery gateways, mobile e-governance service delivery. So the conclusion is the goal of e-governance is the ability to access and interact with the world. There is a need to popularize e-governance to make people e-literate by governing the campaign. Developing countries like many opportunities to better themselves by e-governance, walk with the world. So if you want to be compete with other countries in the world, we have to implement e-governance. So recommendations, create awareness about positive role and government can play in economic and social development. E-governance makes an impact, knowledge of society as well as literature level. Reduce corruption. E-government benefits only the urban people. That is what is there, but it should reach rural areas also. Anyway, I'm not going to take case study. So this is very, very important. You can see while using computer, probably you might be also using this. You see this very important. Many of the, nearly 46% of the school-age children experience migraines due to computer use. When you start using it, correct position is very, very important. If you don't use the correct positioning, it leads to a lot of health hazards. Back pains. Okay, I feel this is you have to take care. So this is the correct position. How you have to sit, how is your working table, how it should be your working chair, line of sight. If you sit and walk like this, probably you will have less health hazards. I thought of conveying this to you people. This also you can see. Wrong sitting posture, correct sitting posture. Your spine should always be vertical. That is very, very important. Wrong position, correct position. So same thing again, I'm doing that set of references. I think I've loaded many things. Okay. Thanks to you, each and everyone. Thanks for your patient listening. So if any questions are there, I don't mind taking it. Yeah, I'm open to all questions. If any questions are there, I'm open. Hello. Now the session is open to question and answers. I hope participants will have some takeaways.
Yes, participants, now the session is over and the forum is open for discussion. If you have any queries or discussion, questions, you can directly ask to sir, please.
Any questions or any doubts in my presentation? Please tell me whether whether I'm communicating something to you people so that you can take things along with you.
Dr. Gadicha sir, please. Dr. Vijay Gadicha sir, please.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
I would like to ask that e-learning,
Hmm.
all the platforms of e-learning, when we are, talking about the NEP, are they only handy enough to go for MOOCs courses? Or there are other alternatives as well where we can use e-learning or virtual classrooms?
Sir, you can use it, sir. Again, it all depends on how we are going to substantiate. Because they insist on use of MOOC things. But if you are having better than that, you substantiate and give reasons why you are going for your own this thing and you can use it. But ultimate this thing, what I feel is you should use these things. That's all. You can use
Sir,
it, sir.
actually, why I asked this question, there is a reason behind it. Like if an
So
institute
the
is
moment you ask this question, I understood, sir. Because see, most of the times, even in MBA, it happens. See, you have prepared the document with one perspective. People will evaluate in different perspective. There is a miscommunication. Try to convince your perspective, and probably they may agree. It all depends on the persons who are going to evaluate your work. I hope I have answered
sir,
your
because
question.
now the institutions are starting getting autonomy, right?
Correct, sir.
So according to if we are getting autonomy, we'll freeze our own curriculum.
Correct.
So maybe sometimes the platforms which are available may not suit our content. So will it be possible that we should have our own e-content and then we will publicize that to our students?
Sir, you can do it, sir. You can do it in your own portal and do it, sir. Nothing wrong in that. Many of the universities in Karnataka, they are doing it, sir. I've seen.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
They are doing it, sir. No issue about that. But only thing is, whatever you are going to implement, that everything should be available in your report. That's the one
Yeah, sure.
constraint.
That is
Again,
okay.
you can't say that I have not uploaded. No reason, excuses. First, you make sure that it is available in the web portal, and you can use it. Because whenever any visit is there from other authorities, what happens generally, the procedure is they will go through your web portals and they will find out what are the lacunas there in that. So during that time, if you have declared everything in that web portal, I think they will agree it's not a problem. And once they come here and if they start evaluating, you can say that our tools are much better than what you have suggested. That's why we are using. You can name them and you can find out the performance difference and you can tell them. It can be done, sir. Only thing is with confidence, you have to present them. That is very important.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, is there any other questions? If you have any questions or queries, you can directly ask to sir. Participants, please, the forum is open for the discussion.
Apart from ICT, if you have got any doubts regarding NEP also, you can ask me. Because I have given more than 100 sessions on NEP from 2020.
We have such the stalwart expert with us. So if you can have any kind of query, you can directly ask to sir. Participant, please.
Yeah, if you can, sir, I think you are having my mail ID.
Yeah,
so
sir.
that if anybody is having any queries, you can forward them, sir. I'm happy to
sir.
answer all the queries.
Just what can I do, sir? I will share that email ID with all the participants in our WhatsApp group.
Please.
Sir,
anything is there, I will answer definitely.
The question
Very
from
happy to share my
participant side.
knowledge.
Yeah, sir.
So Professor Atik has joined.
Sir, I have called the sir, but the meeting is so long, sir. I think.
No issue. I'll speak to him in the night.
Okay, so shall we conclude, sir? I think there is no queries or the questions from participant side. So we'll conclude this session and we'll go for the next lecture, sir.
Please, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity you have given to me.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center, I extend my heartfelt gratitude and sincere thanks to Professor Suresha sir for being with us and enlighten us on such a crucial topic that is very essential and NEP has placed the more emphasis on that technology integration in our daily teaching learning. Sir, your knowledge and your profound knowledge has enlightened us with a very big and achieving area, and we will definitely implement this technology integration in our daily teaching learning. So with these few words, I again express my heartfelt gratitude and sincere thanks to you, sir, and request with the kind permission of Professor Suresh, sir, I would like to declare that this session will be over here and we will continue for the next session. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity you have given to me to share my knowledge. So if any queries are there, please send your queries. I'm happy to answer them. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you so much. Okay, so participants, we will continue for the next lecture. That will start within couple of time as soon as our expert has joined. Yes, I think our expert with is us. Hello, Professor Nasira, ma'am.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine, ma'am. I'm fine.
Acha.
Ma'am,
Sir,
it
shall
is.
we can have some 5 minutes break also. Maybe we'll start by 5:30 sharp.
Yeah, ma'am. If you could permit, then we will start sharp at 5:30, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll start by 5:30, sir.
Okay, so participants stay connected. We will start sharp at 5:30 with our next session.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Shall we conclude, ma'am? Hello, Nasira, ma'am. Hello, Nasira, madam.
Sir,
Yeah, good afternoon, madam.
yeah, yeah,
Shall we
yes,
continue, ma'am? Shall
yes,
we
sir.
continue?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
So, good afternoon, friends. Present in this virtual meet. Today we have organized two specific sessions on the information and communication technology. That is a very crucial part. Focuses NEP plays the very crucial emphasis on this topic. And in the next session, we have invited Dr. GM Nasira ma'am. Ma'am, warm welcome you on behalf of the UGC Malve Mission Teacher Training Center, Sant
Thank
Gadge
you,
Baba
sir.
Amravati University, to this flagship program, that is NEP Orientation and Sensitization Program, launched by the Ministry of Education under University Grants Commission and run by the Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University. Friends, ma'am is presently serving as the Associate Professor and Head at Department of Computer Application, Chikkanna Government Arts College, Tirupur, that is situated in the Tamil Nadu. Ma'am has more than 26 years of teaching experience and the 20 years of research experience also. And her area of specialization is the neural networks and the data mining. Ma'am has published n number of research paper, more than 150 research paper in the national and international journal, and also written the 3 books also. Ma'am has also completed one major research project, and she has received out one patent also. She has received the 6 different awards, out of which one of the recognized award, that is the best teacher award. And today ma'am will conduct, not delivered, today ma'am will conduct an interactive session that will very much essential. And in today's technology, that is, we are always hearing that the AI, artificial intelligence, and how it will be integrated in our daily teaching, learning, as well as the research. Ma'am will enlighten on this topic. So ma'am, I will not taking much more time. I again warm welcome you and request you to start with the session. Ma'am, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for a warm welcome. Thank you for a brief introduction. And I think I am very happy to once again meet you all. Thank you, the university, the vice chancellor, and the director of MHRD, who has given me an opportunity to meet all the vibrant professors who are in this platform. Of course, as you rightly said, I would like to only interact, because teaching it's a learning process. So with that, I would like to start my session. Thank you once again all, and a warm good evening to all the faculty members, my dear colleagues who are present here. It's my privilege to be with you to share some few knowledge and take back some knowledge about ICT. As Sir has given an intro, this ICT is not only for any particular subject. In fact, it has become now familiar to a common man, man. Without ICT, I think the entire universe is stuck up, or it is going slow if we do not have the communication technology, or if we do not have the communication technological aspects. We will not able to run any particular domain without this ICT. As we all know, and before that, I am Dr. Nazira. I am from a computer background. I hope many faculty members are over here in the same background, and other who are in the verge of learning the information technology systems. So now, let me, as the intro says, ICT. ICT is a very familiar terminology, but I would like to focus more on ICT in education. And as I was given an intro about AI, I would like to touch upon, because that is my research area. And the latest applications, the online applications, which are in fact connected with AI and without AI. For example, if it is an MS Word, as we all know, we have been using this MS Office. With that, we have one app or software, however you call, we have Word, MS Word. Now this MS Word also has been blended now with artificial intelligence. So that is what we are learning now. Things have become very easy for everybody to share the data or information in a faster way and as well as in an effective way. What I mean with the effective way is the true data is reaching from the source to the destination in a fast way. Nowadays, it is hardly we have cash in hand. We are using all our trading, our business through one or the other payment gateways. Either we go for Paytm or we go for Phone Pay or we do it with GPay or our bank transaction. We are well familiarized with all net banking, mobile banking and so on. So all this comes under with this information communication technological aspects, technological aspect. But though the other domains are very much connected, the relevant connected with ICT, what I feel is only is a field of education. Because right from the beginning onwards, we were the one who were sharing lot of information and data. That is in both the side, receiving and sharing from the student community. So we stand first and we give a vast data. We give a vast data. That's why earlier we used to take some notes. We have circulated some textbook. We have given some kind of videos. We've given some kind of audios. All this later on it has come. All these are coming under ICT and under ICT. So this information communication technology, now it has become an era of the student community, because now after COVID, all the student has got a smartphone, has got a smart device, where through that they create a classroom, they create a PowerPoint, they create a document, they are making videos, they are making lectures. All this they are doing it with the help of the ICT technology. And we have also joined hands with them. We also feel comfortable sharing something in a group, receiving in a group. During COVID, more than a year, we were doing even the major SEM examinations in form of digital evaluation. Even now, some universities, some boards are conducting even digital evaluation. Even few vivas, PhD vivas, were taking part online also, online. So that has now become very popular, and the student has now become familiar or used with the technological system. That is, they've started with digital learning, and they want it also actually. So how in this scenario, what are we as a teacher, what as a teacher am I supposed to do? How do I go challenging in front of a student? That is what we will have to, because we don't have an option to say no now. Our new education policy also says that very good, they have the modules built up. Even for the school children, they are conducting lot of competitions through online. And this start even from the school education. So when come to college education, we have to update ourselves. We cannot have a no, because now the student are watching all the channels. For example, if I take a subject on a particular chemistry, the student is coming prepared with that particular topic in advance before I start my class. That is in form of a chalk and talk. So that has become very now. So if I go repeat the same one, what I have in the textbook, it is not reaching them and they are not interested. They don't pay attention to me. And what I do for my teacher community, I'm not satisfied. So how do I get more data which will be actually delivered and which stands with them throughout their lifetime for their career? So now these technologies help me in doing these kind of activities. So that is why I say I will concentrate more on ICT on education side. So as we all know, ICT is nothing but information communication technology. I hope my slides are changing. If there is any disturbance, you please raise me so that I can correct it. So ICT in education, it is integration of ICT in education enhances student engagement, collaboration, and provides access to a wealth of digital resources. Now they can leverage the technology to create interactive and personalized learning experience. This personalized learning experiences have become more. That is why now it was offline learning, it was classroom learning. During COVID, it was online learning. Then we had hybrid learning and we have blended learning also. These 4 learning methodologies have been followed by many of the universities even now. Even now, if you don't mind, let me just mute my video alone. Yeah. So when I come to the ICT, as I have given you an introduction, like as we have, it is in education, it takes a very vital role. That too particular between the teachers, the students, the management, and the administrative people. So why it is playing a vital role? Because there we have plenty of data to be handled, to be plenty of data to be stored, to be retrieved, and to be presented. So in all these areas, ICT plays a vital role. So for that, what is the requirement normally we need is we require some hardware and software. Maybe as now we are, I am just doing a class presentation with the help of my laptop. I have my computer laptop and I can do it with the help of an OHP. I can do it with the help of a television. ICT is not only computers. Even when radio started, that also we call it as ICT. So what are the software requirement for this is we have a lot of software as we prepare our own notes in Moodle. We are preparing our own notes where we are sharing it to the students, and the students, they can go through it, they can learn it whenever they find time. So these kind of learnings have nowadays come out. As I told, blended learning. Blended learning means it is it is both. It is attendance given in form in person. The attendance has to be maintained, and we have an online support material. In person, I have to present myself the place where I'm doing my course. But there I get, apart from a faculty, I get some online study material also. That I call it as a blended learning. When I speak about something about hybrid, that is both online and offline. For example, the same course, this is now it is purely, it is online. The UGC MHRD may give an option where you can attend it offline as well as online. So that we call it as a hybrid learning. So these methodologies, these kind of learning are available in the universities where all these are for the convenience of the student. The purpose of the MHRD is to give higher education to all, to all the students, to all the children throughout the country. That is why they have started, they are focusing even from the school education. And this ICT in education, the advantages of this will be, it will have a quick access. Let me skip this 2-3 slides. I will come to this to online demo shortly. Let me first finish the introduction and then I'll come to the online demo. So this ICT in education, one is I have quick accessibility of information, and I can update my data very easily in a fast manner. And I'm sitting somewhere here in Tamil Nadu. See the geographical connect. If we don't have this ICT technology, how do we connect ourselves? I can have a face-to-face, I can interact with you. We can have our voice sharing, we can have our image sharing. If ICT has not happened, I don't have an option. I have to travel over there. I have to do the course over there. And all should be collected in a particular place. So all this advancement has been done only with the help of the ICT. The same is being done for the students also. The student also, they get the material geographically wherever it is available throughout the world. They use all the online materials of different resources with the help of the net. The result of that learning is they have a very global perspective. They have good facilitation of learning capability, and the divergent thinking ability on the students is improving, in fact. So these are the very focused things, like even if suppose I would like to go search for a particular anatomy, maybe I would like to search a particular topic, basic anatomy or human anatomy. A person who is learning zoology. The other person may would like to know the encyclopedia or the life cycle of a butterfly. So every individual has their own needs. So catering to the individual differences, this ICT can contribute lot of material required on the capability, on the interest. So this kind of classrooms are always challenging for a teacher, because if I have some 20 students as a group sitting in front of me, if one is asking about anatomy, one is asking about the life cycle of a butterfly, or in a computer somebody is asking about teach me R programming, or somebody is asking about teach me on Python, the same it happens, it's very difficult to cater the needs of the individual differences. So this is been done with the help of the ICT. And now we don't have a virtual classroom. See, around 150 people over here, we have a very wide learning opportunity for more people. The learning opportunity is now, it is mostly by 5:30 without any infra, through online, only with the help of some devices, electronic devices. All the 150 we are connected together, and we are progressing towards one particular event that we call it as, we are our ICT presentation now. So all this is happening with the help of ICT, and for us this is okay, but for us a student, they can evaluate their own progress with the help of attending some online quiz, online test, after doing a course, as we all know, in SWAYAM. In SWAYAM, what we do normally, after attending the courses, we do quiz, we do some online test, and here I am challenging my skill, what I've learned. I am just checking my progress. So all these are done effectively and efficiently with the help of the ICT. As the history says that earlier we were into textbook, then we just started into some other kind of recordings, photography. Then we started with the help of some kind of teaching and learning, experimental teaching. For example, if I would go and teach to my 7th class student, this is moon. For that, normally what I do, I take my chalk on the board, I draw, I give some colors. Only thing I can draw, I cannot make the moon move. It is going to be only static on my board. But now, than that, now my methodology is changed. When I say that moon, I have my animated video side by. I showed to my students saying, say, this is moon, how it rotates, and what are the features of it, what is it, how does it look like, all that I showed in a form of a video or an animation. So which attracts my student a lot. So now the individual learns more or understands much better than a static one. So this presentation, we call it as an animation. So this also we do it with the help of the ICT. So I'm just making only, suppose I'm just making the moon move. What I do is another creative idea, I add a voice into it. So that becomes my multimedia now. That becomes my multimedia. That is my ICT. So these are the various technologies. Audio, visual, I go audio, visual. Along with that, I give my text part. So all these are done with the help of the ICT, empowering students. So the student can share and learn, and personalized learning. For individual student, what is the need of the individual student uh, I mean, they can have their own choice of learning. Whatever they want to learn, they learn about anatomy, they go for a Python, they go for a chemistry, they go for a mathematics. All these are happening with the help of the ICT. So this is again understanding the role of ICT in education. Ease of accessing information, then meaningful assessment of achievement of student learning outcome, helping to boost learning interest among students, all colorful, all moving objects, all like in reality. I'm showing all this makes the student grasp. As the student watch a particular movie, they keep everything into their memory without forgetting. The same I do it for my teaching also. For my teaching also, I do it. I'm giving updated information. It's a self-expression. I enable collaborative learning environment. Not only text, I give audio, I give video, I give animation, and I interact with the student. I make my student participate with me. So all these are the various highlights of ICT. So ICT with the help of digital tools and resources. I'm carrying out my traditional teaching also, but still to promote more interactive learning, I use some ICT technologies like computers, tablets, smartphone, internet, and educational software. So these are the few applications of ICT. So ICT in vehicle tracking, as we all very familiar. We go home by a two-wheeler or four-wheeler. Always we have our Google map available. And our routing is very clear. Our delivery scheduling, radio frequency, barcode reading, inventory management, address system, freight auditing, supply, almost in all the domains, ICT has established. Benefits of ICT in teaching and learning. This is where we will have to focus. We have to become challenged. Otherwise, if we don't update, we go outdated in front of our students. Allowing the student to learn at their own pace and explore topics of interest. It enhances a collaboration and communication among students and teachers, promoting teamwork and knowledge sharing. That's what we saw in the previous slide. It provides access to a vast amount of information and resources, whereas the students are expanding their knowledge beyond the classroom. Beyond the classroom knowledge, they are expanding their knowledge. Examples of ICT in teaching and learning. I think online platforms and virtual classrooms enable remote learning and provide access to educational content anywhere, anytime. These educational apps and softwares, it offers interactive and engaging learning experience, making learning fun and enjoyable. So for that only we are using the multimedia tools such as videos, animation, presentation, which will help visualize complex concepts and enhance understanding. Of course, my complex concepts I can just teach my students with the help of videos or animations or presentation, which will really go into their mind easily. And some examples, like examples of successful implementation of ICT in teaching and learning. One is one laptop per child. I think most of the government here in Tamil Nadu government, the school children at the level of class 11 and class 12, they are given one laptop. one laptop, free laptop, to improve their learning opportunities. So from school onwards, they learn, they know how to use the laptop, how to operate the laptop. And the second one is, as teachers, we know MOOC. MOOC is a massive open online courses. I would like to teach on my subject on Python. So what I do is I prepare a material, a content, and I'm going to post it in my online course. My material in Python will be available over there. So here anyone can go and pick up this Python material and they can go through, they can learn, they can attend the quiz, they can write a test, they can interact to me. They have their own coding. I mean, Python is a programming language. They can write their own coding, they can post it, and all this is possible with the help of this MOOC, that is massive open online courses. And a flipped classroom is where students learn content at home through online resources and engage in discussion and activities in the classroom, have shown positive outcomes in student engagement and understanding. So I'm just flipping from my home to from my online resources, and I am just going to my classroom and I am delivering what I have learned in the flipped one. So there are numerous of positive only on ICT. But still, for every point I have my own restrictions. I have my own security aspects. So once I start making a content, for example, I make a content for my student in mathematics, maybe on algebra. So how do I post my content? How do I post this content, and how this content become ethical? How it becomes legal one? So what is the privacy and data security? So for that only we have MOOC, we have Moodle. So here when I post in Swayam, all my content becomes legal one. So everybody can use it. Everybody can use this content. So for that, I have to make a content in form of the content which is really going to empower my student, and how I'm going to include all kind of multimedia things into my content and post it. I hope many would have actually developed e-content, because the main purpose of this NEP sensitization program is to make aware of the teachers on the online content, and to prepare content of their own and post it and make it really useful for the entire student community. So I hope many would have prepared the content. So what is the requirement? As we have seen that we require computers, and we require some material. See, this is in a library also we have books, as well as we have digital content also. The same, I have it in a form of a PDF or e-learning, e-books is there. All this I can use it, and I can share my knowledge. A student is allowed to use either read a textbook or read it through a computer. So both will be quite interesting and challenging. So education, to have education in a form of a digital era. As we all know, we go for Wikipedia. Wikipedia is nothing but our dictionary, encyclopedia, as we had. Wikipedia is whatever I would like to search in a dictionary, I'm searching here, I get a detailed one. I would like to take one particular, see, these pictures I've taken from YouTube now. And Google is such a massive platform where it provides me all type of content, and it takes input from me in any form, either in a text or in a voice or in a form of image. It gets input and it is giving me the relevant or required search results, from where I go pick up which is my requirement, which is my requirement. So in that we have YouTube, Google, Wikipedia, all these are available. Okay. So in a teaching learning environment, we have a teacher-directed learning and we have a learner-directed learning, the LDL and TDL. So teacher-directed learning is we have a chalk and board. A learner-directed learning is we have all the ICT technologies over here. And this is about, yeah, the open source software. Let me come to this. Before that, I would like to go to, yeah, this is one portal. Actually, we all must be knowing about this Swayam. It's a massive open online course portal where you have we have plenty of materials, e-contents, which has been developed by all our teacher community and which has been uploaded. Many of us go and attend the courses over here, and even it is available for the student. The student community can attend any course. Suppose if I teach a particular topic on algebra, it won't be sufficient for them to have only my classroom teaching. They can go to Swayam, they can attend an online free course over there. They can have a self-assessing of their own self, and they can learn more content than what is in their syllabus. So my textbook material will support only their syllabus. And mobile learning is also has come, M-learning. M-learning through mobile also, you have a lot of apps through which you can learn. You can download the content and you can refer it whenever we require it. So these are few screenshots. I mean, this is an introduction about ICT. I would like to have more demo on this ICT, or we'll have a live session on. I would like to have we like to have an interactive session. If the faculty members are attending in a laptop or in a mobile, this particular session, if you could click on to this web page, fabird.com. I'm just opening it. So I think my screen has changed now. Fabird.com, where you have reference of the availability AI tools and applications. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am, you can also try in your laptop or in your mobile.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So here this is an update of every day. See, updated January 8, 2024. We have the AI tools and application almost in all categories. Suppose I go for maybe patient. I have the AI tools, Zelig, on model. All these are my fashion AI tools and application. And even I go for my game. Here also I have a lot of, see, all these we can tell our students, they can create their own tool when we give a project, and even for sports also. NLP, neural network. sales simulation, speech to speech, text to speech, text to video. So for everything, yeah, one thing what you have to do is you have to always log it. You can log in with your Google account, your Gmail account. If you don't have your Google account, with your Gmail account, you can log in. To use all these tools, you can. Yeah, I will post the link. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I have posted the link and the chat box. So with the help of your Gmail account, you have to log in actually. You have to log in and you can start using the tools, whichever you wanted. Now let me go to one interesting chat GPT, which is an AI tool. I think many of you must have, by the time, would have become very familiar in chat GPT. Am I right? Chat GPT. How many of you worked with chat GPT? Must have, because it helps us in lot of way. Chat GPT, nobody has worked still in chat GPT.
We are using it, ma'am. We are using it for
Yeah,
our
of course,
students.
sir. Of course. So
For the
what purpose you are
For
using it,
ma'am,
sir?
questions and MCQ questions also we try to search it.
Acha. Okay, that's nice, sir. And others?
For a small part of code or something.
Coding you are doing. Okay, maybe a computer person. Shall we try with chat GPT for the others? Very basic things. Shall we do that way? Shall we go for chat GPT, which will really, and this is one thing, that's what this, see this FAVIRD, you can go and you can just explore it, where you get all AI application and tools. You can select according to your need. See, Tally is there. Commerce people, you can go for it. Open AI. It is a research and deployment company. Only through Open AI only actually our chat GPT is working. It's a company, only through that a chat GPT is working. Now let's go to chat GPT. And Canva, I think many must have used it. It's such a beautiful presentation tool. For presentation, for video, for social media. And in many of our social media presentations are developed with the help of Canva. And this is a free actually. It's a free tool. You can download it. And this helps very excellent in presentation. For our student, we can use this. So this is the website, www.canva.com, through which you can go on, you can create your own presentations. And it actually Canva, like as we all know MS Word, there is one thing, like I think how many of you have used this latex? I am not very sure. Maybe for your thesis purpose, for writing your document, for writing your research paper, like MS Word, this latex is one wonderful tool which is used for documentation. I have been using it from 2003. Since I started my research work till 2007, I did my documentation, my thesis documentation and all my research papers, because IEEE mostly insists in writing a document in latex. How many of you have used this latex? It's a word processing tool. And that's a wonderful one. But that is, you will have to download it. It's a software which you'll have to download it, and then you can execute it. Whereas this Canva and all, like our PPT, you just download this Canva app and you can start making any presentation. Any presentation, you can very easily convert a PDF to text, a text to PDF, and you can add images to it. Like even our PPT, you cannot customize as you want, but Canva supports you a lot. That way we can, maybe if we have time, we can just go through. I have my Canva in my laptop, but we can do it. And this is this one website, favvid.com, which is embedding all the listed tool with AI. That is the speciality of this. That's the beauty of it. Earlier, when ChatGPT has come, it was not embedded with AI. But now ChatGPT itself, it has started embedding with AI also. So that is what. So let's go to ChatGPT. I think that will be really, yeah, I think this is Canva. Yeah. So I have already signed in into ChatGPT. I have my account. So every app earlier it is, for the first time it is only a free sign up, but now I think every app they're asking to give your card details. But that also they are not taking, there is no debit, but still they want some kind of a deposit. So earlier the app comes, it is better. It's better what you do is, what we can do is we can just start with the free sign up. So this is my ChatGPT screen. This is my ChatGPT screen. And this is ChatGPT 3.5 version. If I want to upgrade to plus, then I have to go for it won't be a free sign up. Okay. I want to I want to take some content. See, the difference between Google and ChatGPT is Google gives you, suppose I search for maybe Shakespeare. So in Google, it gives me a lot of different links where I have to go to particular link and I have to get the content for what I'm searching for, But Google also now, Google Picture has launched equal to ChatGPT. We'll see that also. So here, suppose I would like to write a leave letter or something. Maybe some content we can search. I want a document to be prepared for my own self. Anyone can suggest so that we can message ChatGPT. ChatGPT will give us a output. Shall we ask something about some general? I'm searching for the content now. Because if I type, I will type only for my own subject. Maybe can I ask a question? Some MCQ. Organic chemistry. Organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is my topic for which I want MCQ. I want 10 MCQ. MCQ with answers. With answers. So I'm searching it now. Not even. So I have got 10 MCQs with answer. What is the functional group present in an alcohol? Hydraulics. With answer. So how simple thing it is. I have to give a review. I cannot blindly take this and I cannot make a question paper. Now this is for, I have made an MCQ. Now the same topic I would like to have for a descriptive. Anybody is trying? Five descriptive. Five descriptive questions. So question number 1, question number 2 with answer, question number 3, question number 4, and question number 5. So ChatGPT, this is in the form of text. Now ChatGPT is supporting also for getting some images. Now suppose here if I give rose image, let me see. This particular version doesn't give me image. I cannot get the image. This particular version is only for text. So it's saying, I'm sorry, I cannot provide images. Now suppose I want to get an individual information. Madam Supriya is there. Suppose I would like to say Supriya Rikolkar. It will say sorry because it doesn't share individual information of a person. Suppose if I say Nazira, it will not share. It will not share. So the common information which is available, but Google in that case, Google will give me all the information. If I say Nazira, it gives all information. If I say Supriya, it gives all information. So this particular ChatGPT, it helps me in taking the content which are relevant. Not for us, we are talking about education. Suppose if I say about Skoda Superb. It's a car. What are the key features of it? About everything I get. I can ask anything about it. Okay. Suppose if I say universities. Universities in Nagpur. So all this information I get it in ChatGPT. Whatever I want, relevant to that I get it. So that is important. See, all the universities has been listed over here in Nagpur. So this is what? This is very simple, very direct. ChatGPT, I think many of us can use it for developing content of particular material, of a particular topic we can use for ChatGPT. Have anyone has tried along with me? Anyone has tried ChatGPT? No? Do you find it interesting, ChatGPT? Can I have a response?
Madam, this is Sandeep Javeri from Watching Stop Technology Solapur.
Okay, fine, sir. Hi, sir.
So, yeah. So, your information is really useful for us. So, we are using this that you have shown this website, ChatGPT, for getting the question banks, some information.
Okay, that's nice, sir.
Yeah. We are
Because
using
if,
MC.
yeah, that's nice. Because if you have a live trial, maybe you can get some clarification if you need it.
Yeah.
That is it.
But I found out that the drawback is that we are not able to see the picture, image,
कौन सा
or
picture,
diagram.
sir?
Suppose I want to know what are the types of roads.
Actually, sir,
Image.
we'll come to another AI tool now.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, yeah. Thank you,
We'll
ma'am.
come to that. Yeah, we'll come to that. So ChatGPT, I think you can try. It is not like a we can learn. It's a self-learning tool. So with this, I would like to now move on to the next share. So this is another one interesting. See, I'm just focusing on the tools which will really help us for our teaching. So those kind of tools I'm just focusing. And the next one is, I have one interesting which I'm in fact using, the AI quiz generator. AI quiz generator, and let me also share this link in the chat box. This you will find really interesting and useful. Okay. Let me open this link. Okay. So now this is an AI quiz generator tool. Quiz generator tool. As we had there MCQ, this is one really one. Than ChatGPT, I'm finding this is very useful because I can frame. Is my screen sharing? One minute. Yeah. Is my AI quiz generator screen is sharing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Now I can make here multiple choice. I can make true or false. I can make an open question, and I can change my language, any language, and I can have, even for a multiple choice, I can have 4 options, 2 options, 5 options. So this customizing is very, very interesting in this particular. Yeah, it's an open source. It's a free open source software which is available. It is unlimited actually. You can make any number of quiz. For example, suppose I'm selecting an true or false. Can you give me a topic for true or false?
Machine learning.
Oh my God. Machine learning, quite interesting. Yeah. Machine learning. Yeah, sir, we have got the questions. True or false? We normally get 10 only. But here, yeah, we get only 10. And we can create more. I'm really surprised how so quick it is able to do all this. I'm really surprised. For me, it will take at least minimum half an hour to frame such questions. I hope few of you agree with me. Am I right, sir? So next time when you give again generate questions, you get different questions.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, you get different. Sir, this is really helpful actually. This is really helpful. Don't miss this particular so that it improves, it decreases your time. And the question formation, the formation of the question also we also learn. So that is really good. And open question also I can give, and I can change my language also. For example, from English, I go to Hindi. तो मिलेगा इधर हिंदी नहीं. So this is Telugu. Is it Telugu? Yeah, I got. So I am giving now machine learning. A language I have changed. तो हिंदी तो है ना ये. Got it, sir. Got it, madam. Ma'am, is it
Yes,
visible?
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
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 ma'am.
yes.
Ma'am, just think how this AI is working. How this AI is working much above than us. Where we all will go, ma'am, one day finally, I don't know. All these digital devices is going to become masters. No, they can never become masters. But we should know, at least we should learn to know these technologies, ma'am. Otherwise, what happens? No, tomorrow a student will come and stand with all this, whereas we will find it very difficult how to handle it. So this is one particular quiz generator AI app, which I have shared the link in the chat box also. These things I'm just sharing because I'm using it all this, and I'm finding it very user friendly from my side. Okay. And chat GPT we have seen. And how many of you wanted to make a very clear uh, rephrasing of sentence? Or for example, I'm just making a question over here. Now, yeah. So this is one Quillbot is there, where your sentence will be rephrased. Used it? Anyone have used it? This Quillbot?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. That seems to be very useful, no, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. It is
Yes.
quite useful.
Very, yeah. Madam, now I've just made one paragraph of my research paper. Let me share the screen now. So this particular Quillbot is also now embedded with AI. So this quillbot.com, you can rewrite your text, you can paraphrase it, you can check for spelling, you can check for grammar. So for this also, to use it continuous, you will have to register. You will have to register and you will have to use this particular. Now for a sample, now this is my text. I have 44 words. It is giving me a word count also. I have 44 words. Now I give paraphrase. See, I need not to go to, no, I have to go to English professor, but still I can do of my own. The same my paragraph is being paraphrased with the same content, with the same meaning. Once again, if I give the same, I am not convinced with this. I'm not convinced with this. So once again, I give a paraphrase. There is 44 words of now it has become into 43 words. I can copy it here. This is copying full text. I can delete this text. Whatever I have given, I can delete this text. Now if I give again a rephrase. This helps in making questions, ma'am, and making slides also, presentations, PowerPoint presentation. Because some content I may take it from my Chrome, from my Google. So what happens? I want it as a better understanding for my student in simple words. So in that case, I can just paraphrase it and I can make slides over. So this is one thing. This Quillbot, and it has got many options. Grammar checker, plagiarism checker, and Quillbot flow. I have not used it. Summarizing, citation generator, ma'am. This is really useful. Citation generator. This is really useful when you write a research paper. Research paper. So this you can use it, and you can use it for writing any content, any textbook or any papers or any e-content for our students. In those cases, we can go for this Quillbot. I think I've come back to my PPT now. Okay. I have created my PowerPoint only with my MS Office PowerPoint, but there is one interesting app which is used for creating with PowerPoint within second. You need not to go select for the template. We need not to go for the font style. We need not to go for justification, all that in one stroke, which is being done by this particular Gamma app. Let me I am sharing all the links in the chat box. Okay. No, I have to send it to everyone. Yeah. So this is my, I have my account. Okay. So create new. This is A embedded. I'm going to create new. Is this particular screen is sharing now, or my PPT is sharing now? Okay, this is Gamma.
Screen sharing.
Now Gamma screen has come.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So now let me not with the AI. Okay, even with AI, new from blank. Let me give the topic on which I want a PPT. I will say something about. 1 minute. So I'm giving a presentation now. So continue. Here are 8 credits. Continue. Continue. Oh, you are all out of credits. Upgrade to Pro for unlimited credits. So upgrade, I cannot do it now. I will go to back. I think I have the free options. I think I have crossed. No. One more I have. Generate presentation. So I get an outline of the topic what I've given. Introduction, history, major theories, all this. So I'm getting an outline because I've given the option as outline. PPTs already I have created for the free version. So for me, it is not now giving. Let me try once again. Presentation. Acha, let me go to web page. Presentation also you will get it once you have here. This also is not coming. Acha. Okay, what I have created. Once you give the topic on which you want PowerPoint. See, these all I have created. See, I just gave my name. I had my this got stuck. Yeah, when I give present. So this is about the presentation. Suppose if I, not psychology. So this is one presentation. Say I give present over here. So I get the presentation. The image also was picked up by this particular app. It is going to start of presentation. Yeah. So here I get the presentation. I have crossed the free limit. That is why for me it is little struggling. But you can make easy presentations. Say all this I have done already. All this, say artificial intelligence and all this I have done already. So you can create, we can create a presentation within a fraction of few seconds. Okay, that will see. This is my presentation. See, this was the first one I created. I just gave only ChatGPT. What to present, I gave only ChatGPT. See, the image also, it has taken the text part, the alignment part, the colors, the font. Quite interesting. Are you able to, everybody able to view it?
Yes, ma'am.
See how the technology has come so fast. See, I
Yes,
have
madam.
just, yes, sir. When I gave only ChatGPT, I got a PPT within few seconds. It was quite interesting, sir. Quite interesting. How much time it will take for me? So instantly, if I have my smart classroom, instantly, instead of my text material alone, I can give the topic what I am teaching for my students, and that can be made as a presentation over here. And this is Gamma.app. This is one particular very useful app. Don't miss it. For presentation, actually we require it. Let me try one new. I don't think I will get an unlimited Gamma. Not sure. So when I gave the topic, it is just giving me only one slide because I have crossed the limit. Maybe you can try on it. Or maybe it's only for a very meager amount. You can also enroll yourself and you can try for it. So all this is one Gamma dot app, which I'm using it. I think I have to again now recharge it. Okay. Let me go to the next. I go to the presentation. I think this must be really helpful for the people who are doing research. SkyHub. Yeah, science people must be really using this. SEI HUB. List of tools of a presentation. Yes, ma'am, please provide it. Okay, yeah, I don't. So this SEI hub, I think it must be familiar for all. If you have known, let me skip it. That is what I mean. Already we are using it. Okay, let me take it for granted that we will start it now, new. This SEI hub is, suppose sir, can any one of you give me a topic of research? Economics, microeconomics, shall we? Microeconomics. Micro and macroeconomics. I can get the papers, the reference papers, the full papers, mostly all the papers I don't get. For example, let me search my own papers like Nazira, artificial. I think I can share my screen. Artificial neural networks. So this is one of my paper. You see, this is by Nazira. And I may get my full paper, but some papers I may not get the full paper. So I take my DOI. तो मिल गया इधर. I take my DOI, copy it, and I go to my SciHub. Which screen is sharing now? SEI Hub is
It's
sharing?
PPT, madam.
अच्छा, एक मिनट sir. Now, SEI Hub. Is it sharing, sir? SEA Hub?
Yes, madam.
Acha.
Yes,
So I have given my DOI, and if I give open, I get my full paper. I get my full paper. So this is the specialty of SEA Hub. Please make use of it. And for all the IEEE papers and all the LCBR papers, for all this we don't get, unless and of course we are a paid author or subscriber, we don't get the full paper. But during our research, we may require full papers for most of us. So you can make use of this ACI Hub. That's one thing which I've been using for a long time. Yeah. Next is yeah. Okay. So what I mentioned in the slide, it is over. Now let me come to one more new app, which is Jot Form. Let me close this. Gamma is over. Paraphrasing is over. Quiz generator is over. ChatGPT we will keep it. Now I'll go for Jot Form. I'm sharing the screen now. Jot. Yeah. Jot Form screen is it sharing? Jot Form?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is one, yeah. This is one actually very powerful app, which is for building forms, online forms. This also we find it difficult in many places when we go for conducting a program, a conference, a seminar. So for all that, this will be useful. And this is one side. Let me give a demo. So I have to sign in. I agree. Continue. Very user friendly. So I want to create a form. I have templates available. This is an appointment request form. I can create the template which is already available and I can submit a form. I can use this, or we'll take one relevant hotel booking, medical history, order a product, new registration. Maybe these are templates. We can also take a template or we can create a form of our own. Suppose if I give use template. So a form is created now. And once I give a submit, I can even preview the form. Suppose I give, see this is the form. I give submit. Or I want to see a preview of the form. See, this is my form. A new customer registration form. So I have taken the template. Now I give fill form. I start filling the form. Once I fill the form, required. 1%. There is one error, and please see the error. See how user friendly it is. Oh, zip code, I have to give a number. I have given a, what's wrong? This field is required. Acha, which field? Okay. It is asking for address I have given. What else it is asking? Why it is showing in red? Postal zip code 641602. Phone number I have given. Okay, it's something in the data entry. So once I give a submit, the form will be, the data of the form will be created. Okay. And if I would like to, instead of using a template, I would like to create a form of my own. So that is also available. So go to my forms. So here I can create a form. Maybe for a registration form, I can create a form which will help me see new customer. So this was created. I can edit the form and I can share the form. I can share the link. All this I can put it in a folder, whatever it is. All these are available. So when you make a registration form, see, you can see that you can make all these integrations. You can use all the payment gateways. All that you can use it. So that is also possible. So integrations with PayPal, Google Sheets, Zoom, Google Cal, anything you can see more. Okay. So these are the options which are available in this jot form. And this jot form is one more, somebody is asking in the chat. Let me, I will share the presentation. No issues. Okay. So jot form. So jot form is one particular, and this is also embedded with AI, where it helps us in creating any number of forms as we wish. This will be helpful for us when we go for any kind of assignment or meet. Even our HOD is asking us to conduct a seminar or conduct to make a form which asking the students to fill it, getting some details. In that way, this jot form will be really helpful. Okay. And latex, and I don't know how many of you are using with the statistical softwares like Tally or simulation softwares. How many of you using with the simulation softwares? So everything has now come with embedded with AI. So make use of it. So these are the few things. I don't want to stuff any more. What we have already discussed, I think that will be really helpful for you. And you want me to share the PPT, I will share the PPT now. I will share the PPT, but how should it is better I give a link of the cloud. I mean, where I've, in my Gmail, I have a cloud storage. I have purchased a cloud storage. Maybe let me give a link of it. I think that will be really helpful for you. So coming back to my presentation. Yeah. Coming back my presentation. So ICT, the technologies, what we are using, that is what is ICT. So now we are in the world of AI. So I have given us just thrown a light on the technologies which are embedded with AI particular, because it's better we learn with the latest technology. And I would just like to interact one thing. What is anyone have come across Sophia? You might have come across in YouTube. Sophia. Sophia is a humanoid robot which has got a green card. So everything has started into AI now, and particular with Sundar Pichai has launched one particular ChatGPT kind of AI, which is really, I mean, already BARD AI is there, BARD AI. That is also similar to ChatGPT. That is also similar to ChatGPT. That is really actually very helpful. BARD AI. That also you can make a note of it. And what else? Sundar Pichai has done some Vplash. I don't think that is that's not a, it's a failure one. It's a failure one. So let's not go into that. So these are the few AI which is being used in the latest current technologies, helping the students, helping the faculty in coming across many things, like, as we say, MOOC is one which was coined in the year 2008 for posting any course. That is the preparation of MOOC actually. Some MOOCs are prepared by the universities, and some actually the types of content, how do you, or the platforms for MOOC. So MOOC is nothing but is a massive open online course. The type of platforms, Indian platforms, where we have for MOOC is, one is, we know Swayam is there. Another one is NPTL. I hope everybody must be knowing about it. NPTL. NPTL is a platform where it's an acronym of National Program and Technology Enhancement Learning, which is an initiative by 7 IITs. 7 IITs for creating online course content in engineering and science. Whereas MOOC is actually, it is by Government of India, which is again, it is an opportunity for distance learning, all offering the courses for distance learning.
Okay,
so this NPTL
Thank
is
you.
for AICT.
Thank you.
AICT. And these are the few Indian platforms for MOOCs which is available. So my humble request is, everyone are capable of making e-content irrespective of the discipline. Irrespective of the discipline. So an e-content can be a pre-recorded lecture. It can be a complete PowerPoint, or it can be even a blog post. It can be a wiki. It can be a tweet. It can be uploading a material. Everything we call it as a MOOC. So I request every one of you to have a concentration on creating a content, a massive open online course content for at least minimum 3 subject on which we are interested. So it will be helpful throughout the universe, and it will be a cherishment for us also. Having all these digital technologies, if we don't use all this, then what happens? We are lagging behind. We are lagging behind. So make use of all these ICT technologies, become a master in it, and see to that we are in a challenging era. We are in a challenging era. So I think with this few words, if you permit me, let me conclude my session. Let me conclude my session. If any interactions, we can do it. Otherwise, let me conclude the session. And I have been asking with one thing like, what was the latest release of Google Picture, like ChatGPT? Any idea? Anyone have come across with that? Google Colab is there one. Yeah, I will share. I will share the link. I will share the PPT. I will share the PPT to the organizers. Maybe the organizers can share it to the participants. Will it be okay, sir?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Sir, if there are any interactive, maybe let me stay back. Otherwise, we can wind up the session. Participants, I request you to make e-content. Keep yourself updated because now we are in the digital era. There is no way of we saying I am not techie savvy. Everybody are techie savvy now. So see to that. We are also because we are in the education system, we cannot say I am not familiar at all. No, I am not familiar at all. Only thing is we should know how to use it. That's all. How to use it. So take a upper hand on the ICT technology. Now also it is not late. Let us learn the technologies and let us make our life very simple and challenging. All the very best. Thank you for your patient listening. I hope I can wind up the session now if the organizers permit me. Sir? So shall we wind up the session? Or organizers are there on the platform? Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all your good words, feedback. I hope we'll meet once again. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.
Madam, kindly share presentation.
Yeah, sir, I will share. Shall I share it to you? How do I share it now, sir? Only the link I can share. I can put it. That's what. It's an organizer. Any organizer is there.
Madam.
Sir.
Hello.
Sir.
Madam, please share that sites. Whatever. Sorry, the app name of the apps. Madam, you're
Yeah,
saying that.
I have already mentioned in the chat box, sir.
Okay.
Already it is there in the chat box.
Okay.
Okay.
Madam, it is there in the chat box?
Yes, sir. It is there. It is there in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Madam, can you share your mail ID?
Yeah, sure. I will do that now. I am done, sir.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Yes. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, so participant, I think session is over now. We will meet tomorrow. We'll stop here now.